Yeah, so this is something that I do most of the time when I have to step out for casual lunch or grab a coffee. It's nothing too extravagant, but yeah, so let's get started. We're gonna start with this. You guys can see it's almost finished. I think I'm surviving on her last life. Gonna take a few pumps in there, let it focus. This is what it looks like, and apply that all over my face for that dewina. To prime my skin with MAC's primer. I'm not sure if I like it, but this is the only primer I have, since that's a lot of primer. But my skin's very dry, and this is like the only one I have today, so I just like to rub that in. It's back in the day, makeup artists would usually say, you do not need a primer if you don't have one, just use a good thick moisturizer. So it fills that pore in and just makes your face plumped up for the makeup application. I really like to have that soap brow effect, and I really don't have thick eyebrows. Like, they're thick from the top, but then they go very thin, and I hate that. So I use this Makeup by Revolution Soap Brow. I do need to get this a bit wet, so I'm gonna just dip this in water and rub it across to get that soap out of there. So you guys can see that my eyebrows are like brushed upwards, and if you look at this side, they look very boring. So we approve of her. So I just quickly used concealer over my eyes before I apply the cream shadow. Trust me girls, it's a great tip to make your eyeshadow last much longer and for the entire day. To use this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeshadow. It's a creamy eyeshadow. It has really nice pigmentation there. So I just rub my eyeshadow in. Since we're just using one color, I make sure to blend it out. I don't use a tape. You know how like some girls use a tape to make it sharp? I do not want a sharp look, so this just works for me. It's very simple. It does the job. You look ready for the day. So now that we're done with our eyeshadow, I am going to jump into my under eye. This is a really nice color corrector to just cancel out the grayness and the darkness. So I just dab a little and I just blend that out. We are going to go into my concealer. I use, come on girly, really good. It's thick, it's creamy, it's great for dry skin. I have really dry skin, so this just does the job. Now that I'm done applying my concealer, I'm gonna take a wet beauty blender and just press that concealer in, making sure not to rub away the color corrector. Just gonna blend my concealer out before I apply my foundation. So now that we're done with my concealer, we're gonna jump into the foundation. Okay, so for foundation, I use NARS Natural Radiant Glow Foundation in the shade, I'm gonna let you guys read that, vallauris, something like that. And now that this is very light for me, I got a little tan in summer. I'm going to use natural tinted, Radiance tinted moisturizer. It's sheer tan with SPF 30. It's really great. Like I find it really difficult to get a foundation that matches my skin tone. When I mix both of these together, it's just like magic. And I get this like drugstore foundations. I don't know who said they're not good, but they're excellent. They do a better job. So I'm just gonna mix the both foundations in. Okay, so this is my foundation. I dab a little and I go over my face. You guys can see how nicely that matches my skin. And I just dab it through. So I use a brush to apply my foundation all over my face. So I'm using Morphe into Ariel's brush. This is number A11, and my eyeshadow looked very sharp. I'm gonna lightly blend that part out. Like I said, use a wet beauty blender and press your foundation into your skin. Do not forget your ear. I'll show you guys my skin. Like, I'm gonna zoom in. Look at that. That does not even look like foundation. Really nice. So we're done with this. Now let's jump to bronzer. So for bronzer, I am obsessed with Charlotte Tilbury. I know everyone is lately, but this bronzer is AIRBRUSH bronzer. But this is what it looks like. So nice. And just press it here. And you can see. Now if you look from the straight angle, you can see that my face looks very snatched. Okay. And now I'm just going to take it up to my cheekbones. For the fun part, I am coming to blush. This is Charlotte Tilbury, very famous highlighter brush in Pinkgasm and Peachgasm. I'm using these because I was obsessed with Madison Beer's blush for the longest time, and then I discovered she uses these so that everyone else in the world. So it got sold out for the last 3 months and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm so happy this was back in stock and we can use it for our tutorial today. Here. Yeah, this is where I want my, that's a lot, my blush. Pinkgasm looks more like a blush. This looks more like a highlighter and I love that. You guys see? Instant highlighter vibes. So I lost my audio there, but it's okay. I'm gonna voice over the entire process. I'm blending my blush out and just curling my lashes, giving you guys a real close-up shot here. And now I'm going into my favorite mascara. This is drugstore and it works like magic. Trust me when I say this, I have tried a lot of mascaras out there. Now this is my favorite NARS lipstick. I will mention the shade down below. And yeah, look at that shade, girls. That is so stunning. I just love that color. Now I'm going to my second favorite lip shade. This is by KKW. I think the shade is Classic Kim. And yeah, this adds a very nice nude touch. Definitely loving it. And now I will use Ulta's lip oil. Any lip oil or gloss would do the job. And now it's time for my setting spray. This is my favorite. I soak my face in it, as you guys can see. And for my last step, I'm using my favorite Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. I will again link that down below. This gets rid of all of that extra shine that I had on my face. And now that I'm done, I'm gonna take you guys under natural sunlight and yeah, show you guys how it looks under daylight. And I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I'll keep making more beauty videos. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys.